Yo, what up guys, it's BangkokTrainer, back with you again for 30 days of Ramadan. It is day 13. We got 17 more days left of Ramadan. I'm thinking of changing the name to 17 days of Ramadan, 17 days left of Ramadan. As we count down to the final days, the glass is nearly half empty. I had a friend of mine send me a message the other day. He said that week 3 is the most difficult week for him. But you know, that remains to be seen. Week 2 was alright. Week 3 I know is going to present some new challenges for me for sure as we increase our workload and as I attempt to increase my workouts. I think I'm like the cleanest I've ever been at this point. I'm like so fresh and so clean. I mean, having to clean up like 5 times per day, that's the cleanest I've ever been. But you know what they say, the old saying goes, is that cleanliness is next to godliness. So I'm going to keep it moving and keep pushing on through all of this. Since we're near the halfway point, we decided to go ahead, and it's the weekend, we decided to go ahead and do our body fat measurements early instead of do them during the middle of the week when it's so hectic and we've got so many things going on. So we found some interesting things out because, you know, typically people have a lot of questions about fasting and how it affects the body. We wanted to set out from the beginning to chronicle that and find out exactly what's going on with our bodies as trainers. So what we did was we took measurements in the beginning. We took body fat, we took weight, and we took, you know, we got the muscle mass and the body fat percentage and all that stuff, and our circumference measurements. What we found out actually was very interesting. I lost a kilo of muscle according to the scales, and I also gained 1 percentage point in body fat, and I lost a total of 0.5 kilos of weight. Now this is interesting because what happens with a lot of people is they think that fasting or that skipping meals and things like that will help them to lose weight. Well, the truth is it does help you lose weight, but it's about the quality of the weight, not the quantity of the weight. So when you're talking about weight loss, what is the quality of that weight? So when you're losing muscle, that's not quality weight loss. When you're losing fat, that's quality weight loss. So in all honesty, you know, this actually proves that skipping meals and things of that nature are not conducive to losing weight or losing good weight or losing fat. So what your body tends to do is it says, or in my situation, you know, where I have a pretty large amount of muscle, is it treats it like, you know, a budget. You know, you just imagine, you know, your nation's budget or whatever, and it says, you know what, like we've got X amount of calories to utilize, and we need X amount of calories to run these programs, those programs being your muscle, but hey, we're not getting the calories in during the middle of this day, so, and we don't know what whether we're gonna get them again at the end of the day or not. So what are we gonna do? Cut programs. All right, so the body is cutting programs. The body's like, let's shut down some of this muscle over here because we don't need it. You know, and then also what tends to happen is your body is also in starvation mode. So it says, man, I don't know when I'm gonna get another, you know, bit of food in. And then in the evening when you break fast and you start consuming loads and loads and loads of calories, your body says, great, I've got all these extra calories, let's save it for a rainy day. Let's put it, you know, stash it over here and save it for a rainy day. But it saves it as fat because fat is a great energy source. It's the highest calories, you know, it provides the highest amount of energy per gram. So basically your body is loving that. So it's like, let's store this, let's store this. But what I find is at the end of the day, I'm not really even that hungry after I break fast. My stomach has actually shrunk. And so when I break fast with something small, I usually feel quite full. And then maybe a couple hours later or an hour later, I have a little bit more of a meal. But I try to keep my total calories around the same amount that I would normally consume in a day. So I try not to be in excess. You know, what happens is a lot of people tend to overindulge towards the end of the day when they're hungry and they don't listen to their body and they're stuffing themselves. So, and that stuffing is causing you to actually gain body fat. So although you may be losing, weight over Ramadan, or you may be losing weight when you starve yourself. The truth of the matter is you're not losing quality weight. And the fact that you're not losing quality weight is not contributing to long-term fat loss and long-term health. Because when you don't lose that quality weight, over the long term, you end up putting it right back, like a yo-yo diet. So, guys, please, don't look to Ramadan as a way to lose weight. Look to Ramadan for what it is. Also, the rest of you out there who aren't going through Ramadan, don't look to skipping meals as a means to an end to losing your weight and getting into those genes or whatever you're trying to do. You got to get active, you got to eat healthy, you got to eat quality calories, and you don't put diesel in a Ferrari, okay? Put quality food in that Ferrari. All right, I'm really looking forward to catching up with you guys again. I've got an interview coming up with someone who stays really active during Ramadan. We're going to talk to her and talk about how she manages to stay fit and work out 6 times a week during Ramadan. That's amazing. I'm looking forward to that. She's actually one of our readers who we're going to catch up with later, and that's going to be awesome. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay healthy, stay happy, have a great Ramadan. Peace.